A viewer called Quixote left a comment on my channel this morning and wrote that my videos are great, but they are also quite long, and each one deals with a long range of subtopics. They hope that someday I will make a series of bite-sized videos where I will focus on debunking the most common dog owner arguments. For example, a 5-minute video where I focus only on the "it's how you raise them" myth, and then lay out the counter arguments. This would make it easier to share the videos with others. I have a friend who came back with the "it's how you raise them" argument, and I wish I could just give him a link to a short video. So I will address this today, and I will try to keep it short. If you want to hear more about this, check out my other videos, mainly my one about how dogs are predators and have no place in human society. I talk about this in my video about bully breeds and hyperarousal, as well as others. Most of my videos about pit bulls, I discuss this in as well. I'm going to talk about something called predatory drift, which is something that dog experts are learning more about each day. And it's not something that is widely talked about in the dog community. Dog lovers, or dog worshippers as I like to call them, do not like this to be widely known. They don't want you to know because it dispels their myths. It has nothing to do with how you raise them. It has nothing to do with the owner, because we are talking about a predator. Now, I pulled up 3 random articles to share with you about predatory drift, and I will put the links in the description, but you can do your own search. You will find many different articles about this. This one here says that one aspect of dogs' behavior, which experts are learning more about each day, like I said, is something called predatory drift. Dog experts are quite clear that predatory drift is not to be confused with aggression. It may well look like aggression because of what follows and because it is preceded by a prey drive reaction, but it is quite a different thing. This canine behaviorist describes aggression as the expression of behavior with the intention of self-preservation. If a dog feels threatened, its first instinct will be to act in a non-confrontational manner and either flee or freeze. If a dog is trapped or confined, it often cannot flee and so will freeze in the hope at whatever is threatening it will leave. Once it has exhausted these options, it will look to act offensively and attack the threat. This is what most people think is happening when a dog attacks. They think, oh, the child must have pulled its tail or something, provoked it somehow. This is basically what they're saying happens when you provoke a dog. But prey drive is quite different and is based upon a dog's instinct to chase and catch. And this is what happens in most dog attacks. And this is what they do not want you to know. All dog owners know this is the case because they see a dog chase a stick or ball or go after a rabbit or cat or child, I might add, or elderly person that looks like weak, easy prey. Prey drive is embedded in the DNA that dogs inherited from their wolf ancestors. A wolf must hunt and catch prey to survive, and something as important as that is a significant part of their genetic makeup. They refer to predatory drift as a glitch in the system. Dog experts are quick to stress that it is not aggression, but the expression of a latent aspect of the prey drive, which all dogs have. Predatory drift occurs when a dog gets aroused by a high-pitched sound, or the energetic struggles and frenetic behavior of an animal or even a person in distress, or the high-pitched sounds and energetic frenetic behavior of a child playing. The dog notes all this and drifts from the prey drive to the predatory. Research appears to indicate that any dog has the potential to develop predatory drift. There need not have been any past aggression or similar behavior, and even well-socialized dogs can show it. And it is behavior which can develop instantaneously and is very difficult to prevent. If you search online, you will find many dog experts, dog behaviorists, dog trainers, like this one, who explain that dogs remain hunters at heart. Even though they have been domesticated for many thousands of years, they are still predators. She describes here the predatory sequence: the search, the eye stalk, the chase, the grab bite, and the kill bite. Many dog breeds were bred to not complete the sequence, but to only complete the first few steps in the sequence. So, for example, we have herding dogs that will herd sheep by stalking them, chasing them, and even gripping at times, but they will not kill the sheep. They will not complete the sequence. However, we have selectively bred certain types of dogs to complete the sequence and to actually kill, including terriers. The pit bull terrier, its ancestors were bred to complete this sequence and to kill. That is why those types of dogs have more of a propensity to develop predatory drift. Predatory drift is a glitch in the dog's prey drive that causes a dog to display predatory behaviour. The dog tries to stop an agitated, squirming, squealing, running thing from moving, and unfortunately uses its teeth to do so, which often results in disfigurements or fatalities. In the description down below, I'm going to link you to the National Pitbull Victim Awareness website. On their website, they have a database of pitbull attacks where you can search for certain keywords. If you search for child attacked by family pit bulls, you will realize that a lot of these attacks are involving the family dog that was very well trained, very well socialized, raised in a loving home, was the best dog, the most affectionate, sweetest dog, blah, 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 for 6 years, 8 years, 10 years. So when the dog finally did rip someone's face off in an unprovoked attack, everyone was shocked. The family, the neighbors, nobody saw it coming. How could this have happened? Well, this is how it happens. It's because of predatory drift. These dog worshippers will have you believe that dogs attack only when they're mistreated or provoked, but the evidence shows otherwise. The evidence shows that most of these dogs were never mistreated and they were never provoked. They succumbed to their predatory instincts. If you have a dog and it hasn't attacked anyone yet, you were lucky. That's all. You are playing Russian roulette with the lives of everyone in your community if you own a dog, especially a large, powerful dog that is capable of killing a person. But as I've discussed in my videos, even small dogs that are generally regarded as safe, such as Pomeranians or Dachshunds, have killed people. They've killed babies. So no dog is safe. All dogs are predators, and you never know which dog will succumb to predatory drift. As dog experts have explained, any dog can succumb to predatory drift. I was hoping to keep this bite-sized and under 5 minutes, but it looks like I won't be able to do that because there's still this article I want to talk to you about. But if you feel that you can make videos that are more concise and better than mine, then please do so. We need more voices, and I strongly encourage you to start your own channel, make your own videos. I mean, it's really not that hard. If I can do it, so can you. I want to talk about this article written by Dr. Sally J. Foote. She's a doctor of veterinary medicine, and she talks about predatory drift as well. She also explains the see, chase, grab, kill, predation sequence and writes that in domesticating dogs, certain parts of the sequence were diluted but never eliminated. For example, like we saw earlier, herding breeds are very strong chasers, but do not go for the bite, hold, kill as readily as other breeds. Terriers, on the other hand, will readily grab, bite, and kill. So like I said, many different articles, many different authors, all saying the same thing. This doctor of veterinary medicine continues, despite domestication, dogs still have an instinctive desire to chase, grab, bite, and kill things that look like prey. Well, children look and sound like prey with their frenetic movements, their high-pitched noises, and the elderly are also seen by dogs as easy prey because they look weak. Just like wolves will go after weak or sick or young animals because they are easier to take down, so too will dogs target the very young and the old. And those are the two groups of people that are most likely to get attacked by dogs. Predation is instinctive. In other words, it doesn't matter how you raise your dog. It is not based on hunger. The level of predatory drive depends on the particular dog and breed. Movement starts the sequence. Allowing a dog to chase down small animals strengthens the prey drive. But even if you train your dog to not chase after small animals and you try to inhibit that drive, you're not going to eliminate it. It's impossible. It is part of what the dog is, and you can't train it out of the dog. You cannot train a predator to not be a predator. Here, this doctor writes that a predatory, aggressive dog living with an infant child is very risky. But again, the dog may have never shown any predatory aggression. It can develop instantaneously, as we saw before. So the dog's history, its past behavior, is no indicator of whether or not it is going to display this. It is no indicator of whether or not the dog will develop predatory drift. Any dog can. It is Russian roulette. Children under the age of 3 years move quickly with high-pitched noises. Well, even my 16-year-old daughter moves quickly with high-pitched noises. So, the infant lying on a bed or blanket looks like small wounded prey to the dog. The horrible stories of infants attacked by dogs are often the result of the child left alone with a dog. Well, often, I can tell you, dogs attack children even when the child is being supervised by an adult. Even when the parents are in the room, the dog will still attack the child. Off the top of my head, there's the story of Cade Hill, a 9-month-old baby who was bitten in the face by the family dog when the parents were in the room. The child and the dog were not unsupervised. The parents were right there, but it happens in an instant. And nobody saw this coming. The dog had never shown any aggression before. This is how it usually happens. You will find story after story after story like this if you read through the reports and don't just go by what these dog nuts are saying. The truth about dogs, the reality of predatory drift, will become more widely known with time. This truth will come out. It is coming out, and it's going to spread. You see, what's happening right now with the dog lobby is the same thing that happened with the tobacco lobby back in the 60s. They were trying to suppress the scientific evidence, the truth. They didn't want the truth to come out because a lot of people made a lot of money selling tobacco products. A lot of people are making a lot of money selling you the idea that dogs are wonderful, innocent, loving beings, when they're not. They're bloodthirsty, fanged, remorseless, conscienceless predators. But the dog lobby doesn't want that information coming out. So they're going to obfuscate, confuse, put out confusing information just to make people doubt. There's going to be conflicting information. This is going to go on for a little while, but in the end, the truth will come out. People will accept the truth. There's just going to be so much evidence, it will be impossible to deny reality any longer. These dog worshippers only have myths and deception to go on, and factoids. And they're deceiving you with their slogans. Cults use slogans to indoctrinate members and to keep people brainwashed. And that is exactly what's going on with the dog lobby now. But we are on the cusp of a social revolution. Social change is happening. More and more people are waking up to the truth about dogs, and this trend will continue until one day owning a dog will be seen as a dirty, disgusting habit, and playing Russian roulette with the lives of everyone in your community will no longer be seen as an acceptable activity. Just like secondhand smoke is no longer tolerated in public places, dogs will no longer be tolerated in our communities. We are waking up as a culture. We are evolving, and the future is dog-free.